I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings, and this is going to be the reading for the Cancer male for the spring Valentine's season of 2019. Alrighty, you know how it goes here. Everybody take what resonates and leave what don't, and I'm gonna get on with it. I have one pyramid that's sex and romance, another pyramid of general energies, and a couple overview cards for the masculine. So I'm going to start there. So for the Cancer male, the first card we get is for general male energies is focus. Okay, the words they're giving me is they're going to take something out here, whether it's a person, a situation, or a feeling, or some kind of behavior. They're ready to take things out. This guy's got his arrows hitting. It could be the arrows of love for the singles, but nonetheless, he is focused on something. He's going to get rid of it. That's the sense I'm getting. Get rid of it. The next card, I pulled a Power of Surrender card to help you, may alleviate something if you're feeling blocked along this path of love and romance. It may help you along the way. And the card I got for you was Surrender to Success. So, give me a minute here. My eyes are going nuts. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So there's a sense here, yeah. I don't know that this man is going to be blocked by much, actually. It's the sense I'm getting, because I feel he knows instinctively where to go to gain the result here. I feel like the energies are behind him going, yeah, you just plug ahead here and we'll get to where we need to go, okay? So for the overall energies, the first card I get is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, that's the man looking for love or wanting to go outward in a loving way. The horse is kind of rearing its head a little bit, gives me the idea there's something's off here. We may have a situation where this man is looking for love, but there's the direction. There's something wrong with the direction here, okay? The next card is the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like he's working hard to accomplish this. He's putting in extra energy and extra effort where it needs to go here to accomplish what he needs to get. I feel like he's not getting any cooperation on the other end, is what I'm getting. The next card is the Hermit. So this man is putting a lot of outward effort forward, but he's also internally going inward to look at his instinct, gather papers there, and figure out where he needs to go in that kind of way. I feel like the Hermit is really going to be guided from the inside out to go where he needs to go, and he's taking the time to do that. So if he's not doing that now, he's going to be dipping into that to help him along the way. I feel like there's some trust issues here with this man. He's very much going to go with an inner guidance here rather than anyone outside of him. There's too many places he's been let down, so we're not going to give that a chance to come rear its head, okay? The next card we get on top of the Eight of Pentacles is the King of Swords. And in this deck, man, he's that cantankerous dude. And Cancers, they can get cantankerous. They can get bubbly. Not in a good way. Yeah, like mud pit bubbly, you know, where we're getting dirty with things. And I mean that to a degree of anger and resentment and bitterness, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm getting from this card, is we got someone who's cantankerous on the outside, and we're going to go inside before we completely go off on someone. I feel like this may have happened already, that we may have gone off on someone in a bad way, but I feel like we're searching for answers on the inside, okay? The next card is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles could be a partner you're dealing with. It's interesting because the King of Swords, he's facing forward. The Queen of Pentacles is totally facing away from him and offering her energy to the Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak and sorrow and disappointment. That's where her energy's going, okay? And I feel like the sorrow and disappointment goes back to that man, goes back to the Cancer male. There's some heartache and disappointment here that has hit and struck. And you may have a partner that's dealing with that as well. Okay, next card, the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a victory at the expense of someone else. So we may have some quarrels here where somebody had to win a war. And this may have come down to the Cancer male here. Okay, the next card is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about celebrations and happy tidings and whatnot. Things that are going on that are of high vibration. Now, it's surrounded by cards of negativity in a way, really, is what I'm getting. The only one here that is kind of neutral is the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a woman here, or the energy of which a grounded, solid, stable woman in finances. She is kind of facing the disappointment here. But there's a celebration going on. Now we could be, we could be dealing with like a funeral or something going on. I hope that's not the case. But nonetheless, that's the only way I can put the Three of Cups with the Three of Swords, is that we have a heartbreak here and a celebration wrapped around it, which would bring, you know, a death where we have a funeral. Okay. Now, the next card we get is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are a pair. And then we have the King of Swords, who's out here kind of off in his bitterness world. Now, I'm trying to figure out if this is a different character or what. Because we have the Knight of Cups, King of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Trying to figure out if they're facets of this man's personality or if they're actual characters. I'm going to continue. Next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. There's something extremely heavy that's come down upon this man, okay, in this situation. I feel like it's not necessarily in his area. I feel like it may be in his family's area, but nonetheless, something heavy that has come down. And if it's a death, it could be that situation where we have our heart, where we have to kind of take a back, right? Take a back seat. We can't indulge in things the way that we normally do. And having it, I hate to say, but having a death in the family, that would kind of say that. Where we're sad and disappointed, and it may not be anger that's coming from this guy as much as sadness and disappointment, not being able to be oneself, right? And then the Queen of Pentacles facing heartbreak here. And then the King of Pentacles, I feel like the Queen and King of Pentacles, that's the Cancer male's partner. I feel like that's symbolizing these two as a partner. And somehow there's a heartbreak that has come and fallen between the two, okay? Okay, I'm going to leave that at that. As we go into the love and sex side of things, the first card I get is the Ace of Coins. Now, the Ace of Coins symbolizes, when we get that in the romance area, it's like I am dealing with my money and finances. Thank you very much. Not much else matters, okay? Everything else takes a back seat. At the top of the pyramid, that's what rules. The next card I get is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is a new direction, fiery, passionate area in the bedroom. So, for the singles, okay? If we're looking for love, we may be going out there and working and making money and come across someone at work. or however we make our money, we find someone out there that is a new direction that we can take in that way. If we are partnered, there seems to be a new found energy that is springing forth in the bedroom. Okay, next card. Six of Swords. Six of Swords, this is interesting. This is more for the singles, I think. So the Six of Swords is about getting to know someone, right? You're touching hands, you're flirting, you're the introductory phase. We haven't even decided to say that we're into each other. Do you want to date? It's like just the flirting stage and, you know, the physical getting together. And then on top of that, we have the Magician. So that's a powerful energy of wanting to start things anew, fresh. Now, if we're in a relationship, we've either come across a huge precipice in our relationship that has completely changed our outlook on our lives, on our partner, or that kind of thing. This may be giving us a sense of power within the relationship toward our partner. If we're single, we're feeling very powerful in bringing in a new companion, attracting a new partner, feeling very powerful in that. Magician is the single person that goes outward and kind of, he doesn't have the pompousness of the Magician, but he has the backing. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to accomplish and get results, and this is what's going on. Okay, so there's a feeling of this, nonetheless. Next card is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is about wishes fulfilled. And in this romance card, there's always one person that's getting their wish, and the other person is a little bit off. Because this man, he's happier than he could ever be, because his cups are full. But she's got one there that's tipping over, looks almost empty. There's something here that she's not getting. So we may have a situation here where the Cancer male may be in a situation with a partner where he's happy, but his partner's not happy, and he's unaware of that, so he has to look for that. The Devil card is on top of that on the sex side of things. So I feel like the sense here I'm getting is that there's a partnership here where we're getting physical, and the man's happy, but the woman is not, okay? The woman is maybe not happy as much as there's just something missing there, okay? It's lighter than not happy. But the Devil is kind of maybe overindulging, so there may be a situation where we are getting it too much, where it's kind of wearing off, right? We're getting it too often, or wanting it too often, to the point where it's not pleasing the partner anymore, okay? Now, next, the King of Wands. So that is a fire energy, and this man is in this deck. I'm always confused. I'm looking at the little, I don't know if they're cherubs on the, it's almost like children they're trying to make. I've never noticed them before on this man's chair. So there's a sense here of this man having children that are maybe taking up a lot of his time, okay? It's the sense I'm getting. So they're making me look at the lantern, and a sense here that our focus is on children or grandchildren in that way. So yeah, and then we have the Queen of Swords on top of that in the bedroom. The Queen of Swords, there's a woman here who's got, and they symbolize, they have that heart with all those stabs. There's a whole bunch of pins in that heart of hers. So there's a woman here that is not, I feel like on an emotional level here, we're just not all there. We're not all there. And again, it's symbolized here in a physical way, and here in an emotional and intellectual way. There's something wrong with the partner of the Cancer male here. It's kind of shut down in the physical area, okay? Next card. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about forcing things. So if we're talking about romance, we're talking about trying to make things better without any, I'm getting a sense here, without any real strategy. That's what they're saying. There's no strategy here. We're just trying to force things. And it may be trying to force intimacy on our partner when our partner's just not feeling right for it. And then the Four Cups symbolizing that's my we need to talk card. So it very much makes sense with this. Actually goes well with this. Because if we're forcing things, we need to have a discussion as to why we feel we need to do that. We have to, you know, put that towards our partner so that they understand this is what I'm lacking, what are you lacking. Gives them an opportunity to have that exchange. So the Four of Cups here is there's the need to talk and discuss things because there's stuff being forced in areas that is not approval on all levels, okay? That's the sense I'm getting. Now, last on the romance card, we have the King of Cups. So that is his element. That's the man. He is in charge of his emotions, chooses who he pours them out to, okay? And this is the man pouring it into that cup. And he has a lot of discernment as to where he's going to put that. And I feel like this man is very compassionately wanting one direction to go. Like if you're in a partnered union, this is where he wants it to go. But I'm feeling like there's, again, that's the need to talk to his partner to figure out, because he's kind of pushing his way in there, but he's not realizing that the woman's not receptive because she's trying to hide that fact herself, or the partner is trying to hide that fact themselves. So they're just, yeah, he's not understanding. On top of that, on the intimacy side, we get the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is, I always have that to mean going and having, expressing things in a physical side, but there's some shadiness to it. Meaning one of these persons does not want the actual physical act to happen here. But nonetheless, they're going about it. Because the black dress that he's pulling off her, it's kind of a symbol to me that I'm not really wanting you to go through that dress. I'm wanting you to just pay attention to me with the dress on. I don't want to remove the dress. And then the sword is talking about the truth. Are we revealing our truths to the partner? Are we being completely honest and saying, I don't feel like it today, da da da. And these are the things that when you're in a partnered relationship, you kind of give in some days against the grain, right? And that's kind of the sense I get here. It's not like we're going over heavy lines. It's just everybody's adapting to everybody to the point it's a little uncomfortable. Where it's not, I'm not totally in. I'm not 100% in. Like 75, but still I'm not feeling it on all levels, right? So that's the thing. That's kind of, I guess, the essence that we have to carry over for the partner. We need more discussion time on the intimacy thing here. There's something going on with the Cancer male's partner. They're not feeling with it, okay, for whatever reason. There could be fluxes. It could be just an emotional state that they're in, or it could be just something. Yeah, it just needs to be talked about. It's going to be different for everybody. So for the most part, the sense I get here is that we have a partner on the partner end, those that are dabbling nonetheless, that we kind of got to discuss more our intimacies, and I think we'll get along better. Now, if you're single, I feel like he's mingling and he is putting a lot of work and effort into his work and how he makes money. Why? So he can go out and date and impress the woman. I feel like it makes him feel very powerful to do that and get into that zone. I feel like he likes to go out and wine and dine, that kind of thing, or at least be out and amongst where he's comfortable. And I feel like he's going to get some good reactions that way. He's just going to watch his physical side and temper it a little bit. Because we might have some partners here that are just, you know, there's baggage from past relationships that we can bring in a physical way, and sometimes the guy is expecting everybody to just be open. Floodgates are open on sex, and usually that's how it starts, but sometimes there's issues there, and I feel like that's the situation here for this Cancer male. He's got a woman that's got an issue either with him or with some baggage in a physical way that she needs to deal with. So that's kind of something that could be highlighted. So hopefully this made sense. There's some darkness here. Again, I feel like it's yeah, maybe even something that hits the Cancer male pretty hard, that it kind of throws him off his game. And I'm not saying game like dating game. I mean game like happiness factor. He can't stay on his happy because something has happened. Now, if it's a past relationship that he's getting out of in the dating scene, or I feel like it's bigger than that. I feel like it's something just heavy. So I'm not going to get into that energy. They'll know if it resonates what the heck it is. But it's really kind of dragging everything else down and it's not able to deal with. So it's just a dark time over the Valentine's season here for this Cancer male, because it's just there's stuff going on here. It's just kind of dark. And I don't have a sense that we can pop out of it, or we should pop out of it. I feel we need to deal with it as we're in it, and eventually it will lift. Because if we pop out of it, then we're not really dealing with things, right? So I feel like we just got to kind of let time pass and time heal. And that's the feeling I get. Is that's why I feel like there's some kind of destructive, not destructive, but like may even be a funeral or something. And that is, time heals that. You cannot just push that aside, right? So, and in a relationship wise here, there's some stuff to deal with there as well. So it just might be a good time to just stay low-key and go inside, deal with your emotional issues, and then come out on the other end and then just start all over again. Reboot. But this man does have a focus here on doing something or attaining a goal here and having to do with love. But I feel like outside here is just not conducive to him getting anywhere with that goal at this time. So I feel like it's just going to have to be lifted or put up in the air until further notice, right? Or until the skies turn blue again, because they're pretty gray here. And again, I don't even want to, I don't like looking into stuff too deeply that way when it gets into dark. So we'll just leave it sit. Hopefully that made sense. Again, his overall card was focused. That was the thing he's focused on. I feel like he's going to be rerouted here. And he's just going to deal with the money and the finances for now. And eventually things will come around and he can get back on track. And the surrender card is the success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back to previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And it may just be releasing, you know, one of these heavy clouds for someone. Maybe just releasing out of a darkness and moving into a lighter sense of being. So hopefully that helps you along your path here in some way. That's my goal, is to alleviate any blocks or make you see blocks that you may not be aware of. So hopefully that does that for you over the Valentine's season. So take care, have fun, and be kind.